Charlotte happened to be one of those few animes at the start that I just felt like was just so unfortunate because of the fact that like at the start it kind of felt like a slice of life with superpower kind of touch to it. It was basically this. The main character was kind of like this kind of mean asshole kind of guy that had this power to see through the eyes of somebody else that he has to, take possession of. And once he does, he can cheat on tests. He can do all this stuff, which is basically what he was doing in school. He was a cheater. He was beating. He wasn't beating people, but he was cheating his way through school. Even got a love interest by cheating. It was ridiculous type of stuff. And because of that, once you do bad things, it always comes back to you. So that's basically what happened. These other people that actually happened to have superpowers caught him on the act and was able to transfer him to a superpower school with them. And while he's there, all he has to do is basically do the same thing that they did to him, which is go to these other schools where people with superpowers are causing mischiefs in these regular schools, make them transfer to their school, and then it'll be happily ever after. Which is why people didn't really like the show, because of the first start of it just felt like same thing over and over again. And with a show like that at the start, yeah, I can understand why people don't like the show. I mean, you got shows like Prison School. Pretty sure Rock No Yusha was popular at the start. Gangsta was. I know Umaru, that one chick with a little hamster looking thing. I don't like that thing, but. Monster Sume, I can go on for days. That was the summer 2015. It was way too lit, bro. So if you have a show like Charlotte that's just doing the same thing over and over again for the first 6 episodes, then you ain't gonna expect popularity like that. Which is why I think I'm gonna give it Anime of the Week, because after the 6 episodes, oh no, man, Twitter was blowing up, YouTube was blowing up, Facebook was blowing up, everywhere it was blowing up because of the fact that the climax hit, and it was just so dreadful. It was so dreadful. And one thing I really do like about this show is the fact that I said the main character is kind of like an asshole, but you start to open up with him. But the weird thing is you also start to open up with him the same time everybody in the show starts to open up with him. So it was just so interesting. Which is why, like I said, I'm gonna give it Anime of the Week. The characters were too good. The OST was too good. The plot, just craziest U-turn I've ever seen after the climax. It was just so crazy. And when the main character, you start to feel his anger, his frustration, his sadness, his anguish. Oh my god, man. Oh my god. It was just such a loop. It was honestly such a loop. It's honestly just it was too much. It was too much, which is why I think it was probably one of the most popular animes at the end for that season. I know shows like I think Prison School was pretty popular, so I don't think it was as popular as that. And I know Himoto Umura-chan was still such a icon, I guess you could say. So I understand if it's not as popular as those, but it was pretty popular for its season. It was pretty popular. It passed up everybody else. But I always have buts for everything. But the main problem that I'm gonna have with Charlotte is the same reason why I have a problem with Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online, this plot is basically about this kid that has he's the most important character in the game because he has so much ability and stuff like that. And basically they're using him as a way to get through these 100 floors so he can beat the final boss. Now once he beats the final boss, everybody that is stuck in the game, because they're using like this VR headset and they're all like stuck in the game or whatever, they are freed. They're honestly freed. They're freed from the game and they can log out and be safe. It was 100 floors. He has to go through 100 floors. The anime was only 12 episodes long. That arc was only 12 episodes long. So that's how you know the pacing was just ridiculous. Granted, they didn't go through all 100 floors. I'm not going to tell you why because that's spoilers. But it's still ridiculous how much floors they had to go through in just 12 episodes. So if they were to, stretch it a little bit, make the anime a little bit lengthier, then Sword Art Online would have been a bit better. You see characters develop more, you get more characters get more screen time, and no character would be seen for just one episode and then disappear. Now, Charlotte kind of has the same thing. At the last couple episodes, it just felt like oh man, if this was like its own season, oh, that would have been so juicy. But instead it wasn't, and so they had to squish all this in like 3 episodes, and it was kind of unfair to the show. It was unfair, and I would have loved the show far more if they just gave it more time, give it another season, let it drop in the next, season or whatever. But they didn't, which is why I'm not gonna give it, a 9 out of 10, a 10 out of 10, a 8 out of 10, anything like that. I'm just gonna give it a clean 7 because it's still good. It's still good AF. So I recommend watching it. But anyways, that's it. That's this anime of the week. See you guys next week, and yeah, continue to support and drop a like, subscribe. I appreciate it.